we're having a discussion here, not a debate, which is a good thing for Richard Dawkins, because in one sense, I'm a better debater. And, hold on, here's why. If you debate a fundamentalist Christian, your opponent gets instant credibility for being on the same stage with Richard Dawkins. Not so for someone who debates me. That's why I was happy to debate a well-known Christian apologist, William Lane Craig, who you refused to debate. He was so eager to shame you into debating him that he once appeared on a debate stage with an empty chair that represented you. Frankly, I thought the empty chair won the debate. So what do you think of that stunt and about debates between atheists and theists?
The stunt has since become known as Eastwooding, hasn't it? Because,
Yes.
But he had it first. He is not somebody that I have, in fact, debated him, although he doesn't acknowledge that when he's trying to persuade people that I won't. I did have a debate with him in Mexico. He was not a good performer. There were 3 people on his side and 3 people on mine. He was the least impressive debater on his side. He has a pompous and pedantic style, which is based upon sort of elementary logic. Premise 1, axiom 1, deduction 2, that kind of thing. But the main reason why I won't debate him now is his outrageous apology for the biblical slaughter of the Canaanites. Now, no biblical scholar actually thinks that this really happened, but he thinks it happened, and he defends it on the grounds that the Canaanites were sinners and deserved what was coming to them, and even more insidiously, that they were occupying land that God had promised to the Israelites, or Israelis, as he calls them. He gets even worse when he asks the question, but what about the children? What about the Canaanite children? And he says, well, that's all right, because they're all going to heaven anyway. Can you see why I won't share a platform with this man? Okay, what was the question?
Well, you gave a great answer regardless, but what in general do you think about debates between atheists and theists?
I don't do debates with creationists for a different reason, which is that having 2 chairs on the stage gives the illusion that there's something to debate. Mm-hmm. I have never actually dared use... I've never actually dared use the reply of my colleague Robert May, a very distinguished Australian scientist now living in Britain, and the government chief scientific advisor in his time and president of the Royal Society. When he was asked to have a debate with a creationist, he said, you have to pardon my attempt at an Australian accent, that would look great on your CV, not so good on mine. So I don't do debates with creationists. I'm very happy to have a civilized conversation with anyone, and I've had many civilized conversations with bishops and archbishops and chief rabbis and cardinals and people like that.
Now, I think there's actually a split in the atheist community on this, and I agree that Richard Dawkins shouldn't have creationists on his CV, but living in a place like South Carolina, where there were so many creationists, and they hear about atheists only from their ministers, I think it's a good idea to hear about atheism from atheists. And there are so many more of them than there are of us that I think it's good to engage with them so they hear other points of view.
Yeah.